Tell us, Captain, where are we going to go today?
Hopefully Useppa.
Greg had kindly invited Vicki and I on a motorboat ride from Punta Gorda, which is located about halfway between St. Petersburg and Naples on Florida's Gulf Coast. His boat is a 27-foot Glacier Bay, dual console, made by World Cat. It was going to be fun to see what he could do once we got out of the canals and onto the waters of Charlotte Harbor. Charlotte Harbor is an estuary, in essence, a large 270 square mile bay protected by sandy barrier islands. Its entrance to the Gulf of Mexico is at the Boca Grande, which is between Gasparilla and La Costa Islands. In the old days, the area was frequented by pirates, including the legendary Jose Gaspar, and the famed Spanish explorer Ponce de Leon was hit by a poisoned arrow around here in 1521. He later died in Cuba from the wound. Today, Charlotte Harbor is mainly used by pleasure crafts and sports fishing boats, and the area thrives from tourism. While we passed through the canals to the bay, Quincy, one of Kim and Gregg's golden doodles, kept a sharp lookout from the bow. He did, of course, take a special interest in the pelicans, which were perched high on the branches of the mangroves or on the posts of the channel markers. It was a perfect day for a motorboat ride. There was little wind and the seas were fairly flat. We slowly powered out of the canal entrance and into the expanse of Charlotte Harbor. The channel here is both narrow and shallow, but it didn't really matter to us because the Glacier Bay only draws 20 inches of water and is about 9 feet wide. It's also a fast boat, powered by twin 150 horsepower Suzuki outboards. It is, in ideal conditions, capable of reaching speeds around 40 miles an hour. We were greatly looking forward to getting clear of the entrance so we could open it up.
Once we make it past Green 5, we turn west and head for the Gulf.
When we closed on the Cayo Costa State Park, we slowed down some and turned south into the Intercoastal Waterway and the beginning of the Pine Island Sound. Going slow in the final approaches to Useppa Island, Gregg had to call its marina.
Useppa Island, this is Witchcraft on 14, over. Yeah, we're members, we're coming in for lunch. Could I get a slip for a 27-foot power cat?
It had been a very fun boat ride. Vicki and I were greatly impressed by the Glacier Bay's performance. It handled so well. It had been smooth and stable all the way. After we tied up the boat, Gregg had to make a phone call, while Vicki and I looked around. Useppa is a beautiful island, which has been a fancy resort community since the 1800s. There are tall tropical trees and verdant vegetation. In some ways, it's like visiting a private botanical garden, and its traditional style architecture blends well with the environment. It's definitely worth visiting if you have the chance. Vicki and I looked around for a while and then took the short path to the beach on the other side of the island and the Collier Inn, where Gregg joined us for lunch. It was another fun day on Florida's Gulf Coast.